I 32F came home early from work one day to surprise my husband, 35M, with his favorite dinner. As I walked into our bedroom, my heart sank when I saw him in bed with my best friend, 30F. Shock and betrayal consumed me as I stood there frozen, unsure of what to do next. I confronted them both, demanding an explanation for their behavior. My husband stuttered and stumbled over his words, while my best friend sat there, shame-faced and unable to meet my gaze. The air in the room was heavy with tension, as I struggled to process the fact that two people I trusted implicitly had betrayed me in such a cruel and heartless manner. Unable to contain my anger and hurt, I kicked my best friend out of the house immediately. She left without a word, leaving me alone to face my husband. I demanded that he explain himself, to give me some semblance of a reason for his actions. But all he could offer me was a pathetic apology, filled with empty promises and hollow regrets. Despite his pleas, I couldn't bring myself to forgive him. In a fit of anger and despair, I grabbed my keys and locked him out of the house, leaving him standing on the porch as I barricaded myself inside. The sound of his desperate pleas echoed through the walls, but I refused to let him in. The betrayal was too deep, the wounds too fresh for me to even consider relenting. As the hours passed, my anger turned to sadness, and then to numbness. The realization that the life I had built with my husband was shattered beyond repair hit me like a ton of bricks. I found myself questioning everything, wondering how I could have been so blind to the deceit happening right under my nose. Update: the days that followed were filled with tension and silence. My husband tried to reach out to me, to apologize and beg for forgiveness. But I couldn't bring myself to even look at him. The trust that once held our marriage together was irrevocably broken, leaving us both adrift in a sea of uncertainty and pain. As I sit here, alone in my broken home, I can't help but wonder, am I the asshole for locking my husband out? Was I too quick to judge, too unforgiving in the face of betrayal? Or did I do the right thing by standing up for myself and refusing to accept the lies and deception that had torn my world apart? In the end, the rift between my husband and I only grew wider. The resentment and hurt festered, poisoning any chance of reconciliation. Our once happy home had become a battleground of bitterness and regret. Despite his attempts to make amends, I couldn't bring myself to forgive him, and in turn, he harbored resentment towards me for locking him out and refusing to give him a second chance. The divide between us seemed insurmountable, with each passing day only deepening the animosity that had taken root. As we finally parted ways, the wounds of betrayal still fresh in our hearts, we were left with nothing but disdain for each other. The love and trust that had once bound us together were replaced with contempt and anger. And in the end, both of us were left wondering if there was ever a chance for redemption in a marriage shattered by infidelity and betrayal.